And of course the budget is the biggest problem with designers talking to clients. You know, clients will do just about anything not to tell you their budget. I remember one time I was talking to a client and I said, you know, it was the first meeting and they're telling me everything that they want, and they'd been yakking and yakking and yakking for about an hour, and I'm going, okay, we got to get down to it now and let's get to brass tacks. And I said, okay, so have you kind of discussed with each other and figured out what your budget is, what you want to invest in the project? And you could just see them go, I'm not saying anything, no. But what they said was, oh, well, you know what? We wouldn't want to limit your creativity. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Fortunately, I was able to think on my feet, and so I said, well, you know what? I can be more creative than you ever dreamed possible. So I'm going to need a little bit of guidance from you. And then he said, that didn't get through. And so then he said, well, but we can't come up with a budget because we don't know how much things cost. I said, okay, well, how about $100,000? How does that sound? Oops, too much? Did that scare you? Well, somebody's got to throw out the first number, you know? And then you have the people who will tell you their budget, but they say a very modest amount, like $10,000, and this is what they expect they're going to get. And somehow you have to say to them, we could do a version of that. You won't have the crown molding, you won't have the chandeliers, you won't have the countertop, you won't have the sink, you won't have the stools, but yeah, it'll be yellow. It'll be yellow. We can do that. Isn't that true though? Yes, I see nodding heads. You see, I knew this. So the second thing that we have a problem with as professionals is when customers say they're going to get quotes. They're going to get 3 quotes. And they'll say, hopefully one of them is going to be to you if you're a cabinet dealer. The other one, they're going to get their contractor to quote on the cabinets. And then I'm going to get my architect. Do we have any architects here tonight? Okay, good. So, I can tell you what I really think. Now, just to be clear, I have nothing against architects. Just tell them to stay out of my kitchen. Right? Yeah. Because I have not met many architects who can design a really practical kitchen, but that's a whole other lecture. But anyway, so what that says to me, and what I'm sure it says to you is, and I'm sure you explain it to people by saying, if you needed knee surgery, would you go to your dentist? No. You're going to go to somebody who is an expert in that field. You're going to go to a kitchen professional. Or if you're going to an interior designer, you better be sure that that interior designer's done a couple of hundred kitchens. And so, but the consumer clearly doesn't know who does what. They don't get it. And so, that's what I talk about in chapter number 2, in who are you going to hire? And I talk about all the various professional disciplines that are related to design: architects, interior designers, decorators, architectural technologists, engineers, kitchen professionals, who does what, and why one might be appropriate for your job, and why they may not be appropriate for your job, so at least people will know. In closing, I just want to say to you, you know, I took a huge flyer on this book. This was a huge risk. I stuck my neck out so far, I never thought I'd get it back. But you know, I learned some lessons, and I learned that when you stick your neck out, if you really believe in what you're doing, you would not believe the stuff that comes back to you 100 times more than you ever imagined. So I'm saying to you, if you have a wild idea, go for it. If you believe in it and you can do it passionately, don't do it halfway. You can't go, okay, I think I have this idea, because that's not going to do it. You've got to do it 100% and believe in it. And if you've got this crazy wild idea, do it, because you'll be amazed at what will come back to you. And I wish you happiness, because it's going to fortify you. You know, we all go through tough times and we need fortification. But I also wish you challenges, because what I've discovered is the challenges that make us strong and make us brave. And so on that note, I wish you all huge success. And if I can be your partner in this with Renovation Bootcamp, I will be more than thrilled. Thank you so much.